What is up, everybody? I am Nick, and I am here to continue my YouTube web series on ranking all the kills in each movie of the Halloween franchise. I've already done the OG from 1978. I've done Halloween 2 from 1981. And last time I did Halloween 3, the black sheep of the franchise, which is finally getting its due. But today, it is time to travel to 1988 and get into Halloween 4. So if you like videos like this, please subscribe. Really helps out the channel. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get to it. Alright, thanks for sticking around, everyone. Alright, so Halloween 4, as we get to some of the later sequels in the franchise, there's going to be a lot more kills to rank. So these videos could get a little bit long, but if you guys are like me, you like ranking videos like this, it can be kind of fun to get into them. So without further ado, let's do it. For simplicity's sake, there are some scenes in this movie that it was just easier to rank all the kills as one kill. You'll see what I'm talking about. So there's a few that, or at least a couple that are just kind of ranked into one because they're kind of stock characters and we don't really give a shit. And yeah, so I just kind of ranked them into one. So you'll see how it goes. So with that being said, there are 11 kills/kill scenes that I'm going to rank. Number 11 is going to be the kill in this movie that is not done by Michael Myers. And no, I'm not talking about Jamie Lloyd killing her stepmother. That's not on here because Halloween 5 fucked it up. We can debate that, whether or not it actually happened. If you're using this movie as just a solo movie, we can debate that, but I just left it out just because I wanted to keep it simple. But getting back to the ranking, number 11 is going to be Tedhollister, killed by our favorite Rednecks. As we know, the Rednecks are kind of vigilantes because Loomis sent them off, letting them know that there wasn't a police force anymore, and Michael Myers is come home to kill. So they see something moving in the bushes, and they just start fucking firing away. And we get the famous line as they go over there, "Shit, Earl, it's Tedhollister." And it's never talked about again. I don't hate this scene or anything. It's just we didn't really get to see much. It'd be cool to do kind of a deep dive and see the psychology of, what happened, to Tedhollister and things like that. Or it could be kind of lame too. Nobody gives a shit. But for me, it didn't really do anything for me, even though it kind of showed that, there's more casualties than just, what Michael does to this town, which I think we'll get into in Halloween Kills, actually, how he affected the town from what I've heard. But yeah, so Tedhollister, number 11 for me. Coming in at number 10, this is probably a scene that is going to be towards the way top of people's lists, but not mine. I have kind of weird, unique tastes, you could say. But for me, I do not like this scene. I do not like this kill. And this is going to be the ambulance kill, and specifically the thumb through the forehead. Alright, so like I said, a lot of people like this kill. But for me, it doesn't do anything for me. Except for reinforce that Michael Myers has now become Jason Voorhees. And he can do shit like this. I get what they're going for. And it's kind of cool the way Michael takes the ambulance driver's head and starts bashing it against the wall. That's kind of cool. But the thumb through the forehead, I've said this before, is just lame to me. Thumb through the eye, fine. But the thumb through the forehead, now we're into unrealistic territory in my eyes. And that's one of the things I liked about the original Halloween was the realism, that this is a man with some little bit of supernatural in him, but now he's just full on supernatural. And I get it, there's no way him or Loomis could have possibly survived the explosion at Haddonfield Memorial. So I get what they had to do. I get they had to make him supernatural, but I just don't like it. So that's why it's at number 10. Coming in at number 9 is going to be our first of a few off-screen kills on this list, and that is going to be the waitress at the gas station. Pretty standard. Loomis goes into the gas station looking for gas. Nobody's there, and all of a sudden, he sees the waitress on the ground. Looks like a pretty standard kill happened. Nothing too crazy. It wasn't like the homage they did to it in Halloween 2018 where the guy's jaw is all bashed in. But yeah, pretty standard kill. The reason it's higher than the others is basically I love this fucking scene at the gas station. I can't get enough of it. Just Loomis confronting Michael and all that shit. Just a great scene. It's cool that it's during the daytime, and just well executed with kind of an ominous, creepy feeling. So that is number 9. Coming in at number 8, another one that I've lumped together, and that is going to be all the Rednecks, minus Earl, we'll get to him, but all the Rednecks on the truck. Kind of middle of the pack here for me. I didn't like the unrealistic nature that Michael was hanging on the bottom of the truck, but once you suspend your disbelief of that, you can kind of see that it's kind of a cool scene because Michael kind of lifts himself up with a knife and then he stabs a couple of the guys and throws them all off. So pretty cool scene, even though it's not realistic, but it's just kind of middle of the pack for me, So yeah, that is at number 8. Coming in at number 7, another off-screener, and that is going to be Deputy Logan. So in this scene, Kelly Meeker is talking to Deputy Logan, who's sitting on the chair guarding the door with a shotgun, right? She's talking about, hoping the cavalry is coming and, they get the power back on so she can watch some MTV, right? Well, then she lights the match and boom, you see Logan's body mangled in the corner. Or maybe not in the corner, but you just see the body. And the reason why I like this scene is I've always wondered since I saw this as a child, what the fuck happened? How did Michael do this so quietly, first of all? And second of all, what did he actually do? Is his head cut off? Is his body just, folded in half? What the hell happened here? You just see the blood and you see, his mangled body. It's a really cool scene. We'll get into what happens after in a little bit. But that is at number 7. All right, right about the middle of the pack now. Number 6 is going to be a kind of cult classic character, you could say, and that is going to be Bucky. For a guy that is in, just a few seconds of screen time, everyone knows who Bucky is from Halloween 4. Obviously, they don't say his name, but written on his hard hat is Bucky. And I like the way Michael, just kind of grabs him and throws him on top of the electrical equipment, and then, it's just badass. A couple things bring it down for me. The fucking mask brings the whole goddamn movie down for me, but especially in this scene when he's kind of hiding behind the truck and Bucky's like, hey, you, city property, blah, 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 but I like the actual kill of this where he throws him on top of there. It's pretty cool, and you could get into that, like I said before, we're in straight Jason Voorhees territory here. But for me, kind of the darkness of the scene and, Michael's genius plan of taking out the electricity here, it just kind of shows that he's thinking, and the reason this falls in the middle of the pack and it's not any lower on my list. So that's number 6, Bucky. Coming in at number 5 is going to be the mechanic at the gas station. A lot to like here. For me, specifically, the thing I like the most here is Michael with the bandages on his face. Just a fucking awesome look. I wish he would have kept this look the whole goddamn movie. I know why they didn't. That's getting off on a tangent in a whole new video, which I'll get into at some point. But I like the look. I like the way the mechanic kind of slides off the, it's not a dolly, but whatever it is that they go under the cars. Sees Michael. Michael kind of shows up with a big, God, what is that? A big metal thing. Almost looks, it's not a sword, but some big metal thing, and just fucking shoves it down there. And then the reveal when Loomis finds his body, he's wrapped in the chains, hanging. Pretty cool scene. Another daytime scene that's executed very well. So that is number 5. Coming in at number 4, another one I've lumped together, and this is going to be what I like to call the PD, the police station massacre. Here's when we see what this Michael in Halloween 4 is fucking capable of, and it is fucking brutal. it's even better that we didn't see this scene. I know a lot of people would want to see it because it would probably be, a pretty cool scene to see. But it's even better, in my opinion, just wondering in your mind what happened here. These cops are obviously trying to fight him off. Loomis and, Meeker walk through there, and you see a guy's arm just, like, chopped off almost through a railing, and just blood everywhere. There's at least 3 cops in there, probably more, to be honest, but who knows, it's a small town in the evening. But yeah, just badass scene. So you get some awesome Loomis and Meeker interactions here. Tell me Doc, how can a man do this? It isn't a man. What the hell are we dealing with here? Evil. Just fucking awesome scene. And like I said, it's even better that we didn't see it. So that comes in at number 4. All right, top 3, baby. Number 3 is going to be Earl, who is driving Jamie and Rachel to safety with his redneck friends. And he gets killed in a horrible way. So obviously, as I talked about earlier, Michael dispatches the rest of the rednecks. And you get a really cool scene here where Earl kind of looks back through the window of the pickup truck and doesn't see them. And you see it's kind of smoky. And the look on his face is just like, uh-oh. And then you can kind of, I don't know if it's just me, but I kind of hear the car or the truck speeding up a little bit. And then I know our window smashes. Michael grabs him, rips his throat out basically from the cheekbone there. And it's just horribly mangled. Great special effects here. And just very well done. Very, very cool scene. I'm mixed on the whole truck scene with Michael being vulnerable on top of the truck. But that has nothing to do with really this kill because you don't really see the vulnerability there. But just a cool kill. Last kill by Michael in the movie. So yeah, that's why it comes in at number 3. All right, 2 characters left. 2 characters. Let's see. If you've done the math, you realize that there are 2 left, and that is Brady and Kelly Meeker, who had a pretty good scene that was teased, unfortunately, but not shown. But coming in at number 2 is going to be Kelly Meeker. So as I stated earlier, she lights the match and sees Deputy Logan's body, and then Michael stands up, and the person she'd been talking to is not Deputy Logan. It was fucking Michael Myers. And he takes a shotgun, as you guys know, if you've seen this movie 100 times, takes a shotgun, shoves it through her body onto the door. Pretty awesome scene. We won't get into the physics of can a shotgun go through a body like that, because it can't. But hey, the knife couldn't go through Bob and hold Bob up in the first Halloween. So suspend your disbelief a little bit and just realize that this is a fucking cool ass scene. And the best part of this scene for me is the way the mask and the shape is lit. I think it's the best he's ever been lit in this movie, in Halloween 4. He's kind of in the darkness. You can kind of see it and barely see it. It's just perfectly lit, which is something you cannot say about most Halloween sequels after Halloween 2. Even after the original, to be honest. But Halloween 2 does a pretty decent job. But yeah, so just the way the mask is lit during this scene is perfect. And the kill just kind of catches you off guard out of nowhere, and that's when it's like, uh-oh, shit's getting real now. But that brings us to my favorite kill of the movie, and it is Brady. And there's a lot of reasons I like this kill. Number 1, Brady kind of gets a redemption arc. He's obviously kind of being a dick to Rachel. Not kind of. He was a dick to Rachel. She said she couldn't hang out with him that night, so he goes over to, cops do it by the book, Kelly Meeker. And they get it on a little bit. But anyway, once they realize that Kelly's dead and, they're trapped in the house, Brady tries to shoot the door, and it's metal. God damn it, it's metal. What does that mean? We're trapped in this house, and they start running up the stairs, and all of a sudden Michael starts slowly walking out there, and his redemption is that he basically buys enough time for Rachel and Jamie to get away. Now, too bad he wasn't thinking that he just used the bullets on the door, because he tries to shoot Michael as he's coming up the stairs, and there's no bullets, so he tries to put them in, and before you know it, he's there, and Michael averts the bullets, and he gets a fucking brutal death. But he goes down swinging. This guy gets a great redemptive arc. Whether you love him or hate him, you know, I'm not saying what he did was right. It's wrong. But the redemption of going down swinging to save or to buy enough time for Rachel and Jamie was pretty heroic to me. So a good character arc, which you don't see in a lot of slasher movies. Getting to the actual death, pretty fucking brutal. You know, Michael takes a shotgun, nails him in the face with it, drops it off, and then picks him up by his neck, and you just hear his neck fucking crack. Just the sound is amazing on that. So that is why it is my favorite kill in this movie. So what do you guys think? Tell me what your favorite kill in Halloween 4 is. And please subscribe to this channel because we got a lot of cool shit coming. Thanks.